Welcome back to the graveyard, everybody. My name is Mads, and I was kind of laughing to myself this morning because I was checking out my analytics on my most recent upload and realized that in my haste to upload a video where I discussed a topic that was extremely important to me and had just come out only a few days prior to when I recorded that video, I did an entire video on my YouTube channel using a PNGTuber and didn't bother actually introducing you to them or explaining why that video was formatted the way it was and why this one is formatted the way that it is right now. So today is kind of the explanation video as to why everything looks like this. If you follow me on Instagram, you already saw a small explanation on this. I tried to make sure I at least made a little bit of sense there, but I didn't really say anything on my YouTube account. Basically, most of you who have been here for a while know that I have multiple streams of income, and all of them take up quite a bit of time. I am an artist for hire. I actually get paid to do art, which is something that I'm very passionate about, something I care very much about, and helps pay my bills. I do Comic Cons, I do commissions, I do a lot in terms of artistic work. That takes a very long time. It can take days to weeks to complete a piece I'm working on. And when I'm working especially on graphic novels, it can take even longer. It can take months for me to get something done. And during that time, that is pretty much all that I can focus on. I'm just one-track minded. I just need to get things finished. That is part of why I'm doing PNGTubers right now. It's just easier to edit. I can just put up a few different emotions out of characters that I drew up and not have to worry about anything else. The rest of it is audio recording. Sometimes I'm just sitting here talking through a microphone while I'm working on stuff, and it's so much easier for me to get my work done that way. On top of that, kind of a, double-edged sword, I've been given new responsibilities at my full-time job. Yes, I do have a full-time remote job, but it entails attending work meetings every single week now. Sometimes they're more than an hour long, and I've been given whole new responsibilities. I have to get a lot more done. I work in marketing. Marketing is a crucial part of any business, and especially for a small business, it will make or break them. If I do not pull the numbers they need, if I do not find the customer base that they want each week, I could completely devastate their company. I mean, a lot rides on the marketing team. So I am reaching a point where I have been told I need to find at least 15 to 20 qualifiers for that job every single week. That's a ton of work. There's very specific parameters that I have to work in. If you've worked in marketing before, you kind of understand it, but it makes it so as I'm scouring the internet in certain parts of the world, certain parts of the country, I will think I'm on the right track only to find out like 10 minutes after spending time on a website that, nope, that one isn't going to work anymore. Never mind. And I have to start from scratch. So it takes up a lot of time. I have paid attention to the clock ever since I've been given these new responsibilities, and I am working the same number of hours on marketing that my wife is working at her full-time job. I am wrapping up just work for marketing at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's how long I'm working now. I have no extra time anymore. And it's a wonderful thing. I'm ultimately going to end up getting paid a more livable wage than I have been. So I'm very happy about that aspect of it. I love the fact that I feel like I'm doing more to participate in my household because while I know that my wife didn't mind at all and she totally understood why it was difficult for me to have any kind of full-time job until now, you do always feel some sense of guilt, especially if you're someone who works remotely or doesn't work at all due to disability, injury, or chronic health condition, which that's me, because you're like, they already have to take care of me. Usually, you being alive in general is already much more expensive than anyone else in the household, and then you're not helping by contributing wealth to the household. That can be really difficult to deal with. And now I can actually say, hey, I'm helping to pay the bills with the job that I'm doing. So I want to do a good job. Also, ultimately, eventually, the guy that is above me, I'm going to be taking over his job. I don't know when that is. That could be a couple of years from now for all I know, but I want to continue to make him proud. I want to continue to make the company I work for proud, and I want to do a good job. So between getting art done for Comic-Cons and stuff, because it is convention season, I have conventions pretty consistently from now until like September. So yeah, no hours in the day anymore. I just do not have the time to set up a camera, a light, a microphone, make sure that I'm testing it all, make sure that everything's looking good. And then when you're sitting there in front of a camera, you sometimes realize, especially people who are low-income YouTubers like myself, that, oh, okay, I really liked, everything I said in that video. I'm ready to start editing it, only to take a look in your editing software and see that you cannot get the lighting to work right. It's just completely fucked, and you need to re-record the entire video. I don't have to worry about that when I do it this way. I will definitely be showing my face on camera again here and there. I have absolutely no problem with doing so. I know that's not for everybody online, and each person is different. I have no issues with being on camera. I just am finding it easier while I'm really busy right now to do things this way instead. So for a little while, you'll probably see the PNGTuber. If that's something that you're not that interested in, I'm very sorry about that. But at the same time, like, it's my channel. I'm not getting paid to be here. This is just a hobby for me. It's just for fun because I have things I want to talk about and I talk about them. So it really isn't that deep. It really isn't that big of a deal. If it bothers you, I totally understand if you want to bounce and you can't deal with it. But for the most part, as long as my videos tend to be, I assume most people are listening to them more than watching them anyway. So I kind of figured it wouldn't be that much of a problem for people to have me do this kind of format for a while. On top of convention season and the new work responsibilities and everything, I also am helping my wife with renewing the graphic novel series that we had used to work on. We used to work on them pretty consistently. We had a manager for a little while and then realized we're better off without a manager. They can make things a lot harder than they need to be sometimes. And this dude at the time, he was expecting us to punch out a brand new over 150-page book every 3 to 4 months. That is practically impossible. I was staying up until like 3 a.m. every single night just working on books, waking up at like 7 a.m. It was not a healthy lifestyle at all, and we weren't happy with what we were producing. Yes, people liked them. Yes, we were making money, but I wasn't proud of what I was putting out into the world at the time. And if I'm the one doing the lion's share of the writing and like half of the art in these books, I want to be proud every time they end up in somebody's hands. I want to be like, oh yeah, I just like shat that out one day. So we're completely renewing this main series that we're known for, which is Fire Sphere. We're keeping Faust. Faust is our best seller currently. People love it. We're proud of it. We're keeping that exactly as it is right now. But Fire Sphere as a series is getting completely rebooted. The story will more or less still be the same. The characters will be the same, but we'll actually be able to take our time with the books now, make the art look just the way we wanted to, make sure there's no plot holes, anything like that. We have a whole new format for how we want to structure the books, and we're really happy with this decision. So hopefully all of that explains why for a little while you're going to be seeing a PNGTuber on my channel, because this is just the only feasible way I can do this and put out a video in a timely manner. I mean, even this way, even putting out one video like once a month is still difficult because of how busy I am. I mean, I'm here right now looking up stuff for my marketing job while talking into the microphone, but that's what I was just explaining. Like, that's why this is a more viable option for me right now. I can actually sit here and continue to put in the hours for work while I'm talking to you guys about whatever I want to talk about. So again, hopefully it's not too annoying for you. Hopefully you don't mind too much, because it's here to stay for now until I'm not busy, which that will probably never happen. I am taking this job very, very seriously. My entire life is being completely rerouted right now. I am someone with a full-time job again. I have to work like 6 to 8 hours every single day now. You know, people are keeping track of what I'm doing each day, and I've got a lot of art responsibilities and stuff, but I'm honestly happy. I'm happy with these new developments in my life. I'm happy with the fact that because I have to do this with a PNG YouTuber for a little while, my art, something that I care about so deeply, is a critical part of my channel now. Like, it's kind of a happy accident in a way. I am honestly happy, and hopefully those of you who are here for a long haul are pretty happy for me too. Before I leave, what I set out to do, yeah, this character actually has a name. This is a non-binary character that I created just for my channel. They're basically my channel mascot now, and their name is Astra Celeste. But yeah, they're just a little creature that's kind of space and witch themed and stuff, as you can probably tell from the background. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They don't have a ton of lore yet or anything like that. It's just a cute, happy little character I decided to create. I'm going to be making a few more emotions. I literally made every single emotion you see in this video and my previous video in 2 days because I was just trying to hurry and get something out that wasn't just a black screen with audio. But there will be more emotions for them. I'm going to try to do some like holiday themes with them and stuff to make them a little more interesting and keep it fresh and interesting. But yeah, that's all I really have to say on the matter. Hope you guys are also doing well. Hope that life is treating you okay. And do something that makes you happy today, so long as you're not hurting anyone else in the process. And I will see you in the next one.